Hey guys, what's going on? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and welcome back to another video. I'm gonna bring you guys something a little different today. I was gonna bring you a Hemlock video, but that's done all over the place. I was gonna bring you the Squire video, but that's done all over the place. So they are on the back burner. Instead, I thought I'd finally bring you a trap tunnel guide. I use this style trap tunnel, and I really do believe it's the best in the game, and I don't see many people using it, and I still have countless people coming into my stream or messaging me on YouTube or Discord of TikTok, can you show me how to trap? Well, I'm going to show you that today, and what I believe is the best tunnel in the game for use in almost all situations, but it really shines in certain ones. So we're going to check that out today. It's a little different than my normal content. I recorded it a little different. I'm going to try to show you guys exactly how it works. I'm going to show you some gameplay of it working and exactly why I think it's the best trap tunnel design in the game. It's cheap. It's efficient. It's only 12 tiles in a 4-tile radius, and man, does it do a lot of damage. Mainly leading you to AFK, basically any mission. I'm going to show you that and more, and why it's the best that I can think of. Let's get into it right now. This is the best tunnel ever. I figure, what's the best way to show you? Well, with dramatic reenactment. Now let's be honest, this isn't very dramatic, but we're going to pretend here for a little bit just so you get an idea, and then I'll show you some footage of it actually working really well, even on exploding death burst map modifiers. So in this case, we're going to pretend that those pillars that you see, those tier 1 wood pillars, are the husks. So this is what you would normally do. You would build your base and then you would try to get them, to go in a funnel. However, these husks, and this is when to use this build, are at an angle. If you're trying to defend your home base, this is just Plankerton home base, and they spawn at an angle, you can't build a 2-tile base. You can't build a timeout box because they're going to angle incorrectly and just bust down the side walls. You know how you build the side walls with the stairs behind them to stop them from breaking through? It's still an easier path for them to break down a wall than it is to try to meander their way through your horizontal trap tunnel when they're coming at an angle. So this is exactly when you want to use this build. Now you can finagle this into other different ways, but this is definitely how you're going to want to do it. It also provides the most instances of damage per tile possible in a singular trap tunnel. So all you're going to do is you're going to drop down 4 floor tiles. You're going to drop them down at perpendicular, perhaps, of the actual husks. Remember, in this scenario, in this dramatic reenactment, the tier 1 wood pillars are the husks. You're going to drop them on the floor, and then you're going to start trapping them. On top of that, you're going to do each 2 corners. You're going to put up 1 wall, 1 wall, 1 wall, 1 wall. This leads for more trapping, and you'll see in a second exactly how to trap them. And then, of course, you're going to put 4 tiles on top. Now, the trick here is to add these tiny tier 1 wood or stone, whatever you're building in, walls right there in the middle. This causes them to have to take a path around those and not just cut through the middle of the tunnel, also causing them to be able to take the most instances of damage per tile. So personally here, I like to do freeze trap, floor spike, freeze trap, floor spike, going clockwise around. And then on the back walls that are facing the actual spawn, I always try to put wall darts. The wall darts will shoot into the spawn if it's not too far away, and as the husks are walking into the first tile, they take damage from the gas trap, the wall dart, and the floor spikes. Then when they move to the second space, they take damage from 4 instances: the dynamo, the freeze trap, the wall darts, and the gas trap can all shoot them. Then you put up those little walls on the exit as well, so they can't just walk right out and take little damage. You need them to take as much time and as much damage from each tile as they can. Remember, in late game Fortnite, time management overrides DPS. So to get them to take as much damage and take as long as humanly possible to get to the objective is the key. With this build, you can literally AFK missions. I've been playing power base a little bit just to keep the bases up, because a lot of the missions have been having exploding death bursts and wall weakening and things like that, but you can post up right at the bottom point of your trap tunnel and just watch the damage numbers fly. They literally will not make it through, but that's not the only way you can build this trap tunnel. Now, remember when I just said that time management trumps damage in late game Fortnite? Well, this tunnel is perfect for that. You're going to rely mainly on your gas traps, so if you haven't perked up your gas traps, I highly recommend doing so. All you have to do in this case, if you're doing it this way, all you're going to have to do is replace all of the damaging traps on the walls with stun lights and maybe a wall dart here and there. But this causes them to break their impact guard a lot more frequently and be able to get stuck in the tunnel and have the gas traps burn them down. This technique is awesome for late game Fortnite. There's just nothing that I can really think of that's better. This tunnel takes every single aspect of damage and provides it in every tile. You cannot get more damage on a tile and have them walk as slowly to your objective than this build. I promise you, if you've never checked this out, if you've never done this, which honestly, I haven't seen many people do it. Granted, it's a little expensive. It's 4 tiles by 4 tiles on top and 12 traps technically, if you want to do it that way, but you don't always have to. You can also just make gas traps and floor spikes, and that's it. You don't have to put anything on the walls. It just corrals the enemies and does enough damage to keep it where it goes. And then on top of that, you can have your outlanders, your constructors throw their decoys, throw their shock towers, throw their teddies behind the little walls, and it doesn't interrupt their pathing. Because if you have a propane tank and it gets blocked by either a decoy or a teddy, it'll just throw the propane tank at that and ruin your entire trap tunnel. So as you can see in this video, it just decimates all the enemies. In this one in particular, I put tire traps on the outside, and that's just to slow them down even a little bit more and break that impact guard. All of this is what I use almost every single game. If the spawn is at an angle and I can't make a timeout box, which is another great tunnel, and hopefully down the line I'll make a video about that if you do not know how to build them. But the amount of damage this tunnel can do and does is kind of unprecedented. It just works. It just works. And like I said in the beginning, you can't always make a timeout box. I want to show you guys the true test, the testament to this build. And granted, it kind of got destroyed, but this was a difficult mission. This was a level 94 4-man, I believe, or an 88 4-man with only 3 of us in here. And we tried to do as little shooting as humanly possible and just rely on our trap tunnels. We made about 4 of them, all very similar in style like this. Now, as you can see, I'm playing power base. There's a machinist Harper in here as well. And you can just watch these tunnels destroy everything until, of course, the propanes exploded and we lost. But you can see what I'm saying about this trap tunnel. Watch the husks have to walk around everything. They cannot just run right through it. They have to take either a left or right path, therefore taking every instance of damage humanly possible and taking as much time as humanly possible, which in Fortnite, that's what you want. You want to do as much damage in the littlest amount of time, or at least make them take as much time to get into the thing. Now, like I said, this mission did have exploding death burst on. They had, I think, wall weakening on. They really hurt our tunnel. So we did play 2 constructors, but you can just see them walking towards the base, la-di-da-di, and then just dying. They haven't even made it through either trap tunnel except for the smashers by this point. Just watch them explode. It's pretty nuts. And like I said, this tunnel, you can kind of finagle it to work in any aspect, but when they are coming from an angle, there's nothing better. So I highly recommend you try this tunnel out. Like I said, people keep coming into my stream and asking me, hey TikTak, can you show me how to build? Can you show me how to do this? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So hopefully, you know, with this video, and maybe I'll make another one. Actually, I know for a fact I'm going to make another one about at least the timeout boxes, because I believe that's either the second best or one of the best trap tunnels in the game. I will show you guys how to build that too if you still don't know. So I really hope this video helped you out. If you're still learning, if you're new because the game just went on sale and you want to learn how to build, this is a great way to start. Doing a build like this, you'll be way ahead of the curve on anybody in Plankerton or Stonewood. If you don't have all the traps necessary, that's fine. Just fill it up with what you can. Remember, gas traps are your main damage source anyway. This mission went to crap, and then this video is over. Thank you guys so much. I hope to see you on the next one. Remember, we're live right now at twitch.tv/roundedtiktak. If you want to see any of this live, or if you have any questions, come by. Feel free to ask. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you on the next one. TikTak out.